Hi, my name is Q and welcome again to Adulting Starts at 40. One of the most beautiful places in the Philippines is of course Bohol, and now Bohol is opening up, and today we are going to talk about the requirements on how to get here to Bohol, because the office of the government of Bohol has recently issued a new executive order on the rules. So stay with us throughout the video because we are going to give away free accommodation in one of the resorts here in Bohol. This vlog is a real-time weight loss journey, and throughout the vlog I'm recording my weight loss and the food that I eat as I go from, where I am to where I want to be in my body. But not only that, we also discuss about life design, living intentionally, and improving all aspects of life from social, physical, spiritual, financial. Today, we are going to have a staycation here in Bohol. Since the pandemic, there has been so many places that offered very good packages. But the thing was, my husband and I, we were also busy, but at the same time, I was not very enthusiastic in going out also because, I was a bit depressed, I gained a lot of weight, and also I had no clothes to wear. And especially, going to the beach, think about what I'm going to wear. All my clothes, they don't fit anymore. But I also didn't want to wear bathing suits, bikinis, and I didn't want to buy new clothes as well because it means like I'm already accepting that weight that I have, so instead of improving it. So it was quite a dilemma because at one point, we will also want to go to vacation, but at second hand, maybe I don't want to go out. But now that the pandemic is still going on, I realized, I don't want to wake up like really old and really tired one day and say like, where did my life go? Because I didn't take that adventure or vacation because of all my flabs and because I'm fat. So it's all in my head and I have to get out of that. So now we have decided that we are just going to seize every moment, take that vacation and take that adventure. And speaking of vacation, today we are here at Natura Vista, your ultimate provincial experience. Natura Vista is an award-winning eco-sanctuary here in Panglao Island, Bohol, and today it's going to give you a chance to win 2 nights free accommodation for 2. Now we are here with Marionette. She is the supervisor of Natura Vista and she runs the place. And we would like to ask Marionette, what do you think is the best thing that Natura Vista can offer to its guests?
The best thing we can offer to our guests is our genuine service and ultimate service from the heart, and we treat them like king and queen.
Well, earlier Marionette was telling me this story about, there was a time when there are nobles and kings and queens and they have, in the palace, like chef cooks and housemaids and staff, and but then there was a time that they could not employ these people anymore because there were no more kings and queens and nobles. So the staff, like the cooks and the butlers, they all band together and decided to let ordinary people feel like kings and queens for a day. And here in Natura Vista, Marionette and the rest of the staff, they remember this story, and that's why when we have guests here, they treat them like kings and queens. Well, the good news is it has now become easier to travel to Bohol starting March 2021. Here is a copy of the latest executive order from the Office of the Governor of Bohol on the travel requirements before coming to Bohol. It has now become easier to travel to Bohol, but there are certain things you need to prepare for to make your stay more pleasurable. Step 1. Of course, first you have to get yourself tested. So there are 2 types of tests. Number 1, the PCR test. Number 2, the RAT test. So what's the difference between the 2 and what are the pros and cons? The PCR test needs to be done no later than 72 hours before departure. The RAT test needs to be done 24 to 48 hours before departure. The test needs to be negative Otherwise, you cannot travel. With the negative PCR test, you can stay maximum of 3 days in Bohol. With a negative RAT test, you can stay maximum 5 days in Bohol. Why should they do a PCR test instead of an RAT test? Here's a catch. Before you travel, if you already have a negative RAT test result, upon arrival to Bohol, you are required to have another RAT test again. But this is not the case in PCR test. If you are already negative before traveling to Bohol, you are no longer required to take another test upon arrival in Bohol. Unlike the RAT, that upon arrival, you will have to take your test again. So there is always a risk that you were negatively tested before traveling to Bohol, but upon arrival, when you're tested again, then you test positive. So then what happens is then you will be quarantined upon arrival to Bohol. Okay, so to summarize, once again, PCR test means 3 days of traveling in Bohol, while RAT test is 5 days of traveling in Bohol. So if you're just here for 3 days, okay, that's fine, take the PCR test. But if you're here for 5 days, you can take the RAT test. But remember that even if you have already tested negatively before traveling to Bohol, upon arrival in Bohol with RAT test, you're required to test yourself again. Step 2. Now that you have your negative results, it's time to start selecting a DOT accredited hotel. Step 3. Now that you're ready with your hotel, it's time to book an airline ticket. Step 4. After that, you go to this website and filled up the required documents, which includes your confirmed hotel booking, your negative test results, and your airline ticket, and your travel itinerary, and submit your documents a day before you travel. You wait for your reply. Well, documents will be processed on the same day, but remember, if you have uploaded your documents beyond office hours, which means beyond 5 o'clock in the afternoon, it will be processed on the next day. Step 5. Now that you have all the documents ready, all you have to do is focus on your flight. So it's very important that you must have a copy of your negative test results at all times, because at the airport they might ask of it from you when you take off and upon arrival. And also in your phone, you must have a copy of the QR code. Your unique QR code is very important, so upon arrival you will have to scan it at the Bohol Panglao International Airport. There's a link in the description on how to get your personal QR code. And while you are there, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Speaking of QR codes, when you go inside establishments, you must have it ready in your phone also, so you can easily scan it when you go in and out of establishments. And of course, you must remember, you must party like there's a pandemic, and wear your mask at all times, observe social distancing. And of course, don't forget, have fun and seize the day. So now we are here in one of Natura Vista's super cozy and tranquil bedrooms. It's like a little village in here, and most of the rooms, it's like stepping into your childhood reveries, very nostalgic, and especially if you're Filipino, it's as if remembering visiting your grandma's house, but then it has all the conveniences of an air conditioning, the bathroom has hot and cold shower, and there's a veranda with hammocks, and you can even bring your little dog. There's also TV with cable, and many of the family rooms, it has like sort of an attic where you can like have the parents with a queen bed, and then the kids can go and into the sort of attic that they have. So it's very cozy right here. Now I would like to talk about the many different packages that they have here in Natura Vista, because it's so worth it and so super affordable. We start with the couples package, which is only 1,499 pesos. And with that you can have a couples cottage, a cozy romantic couples cottage, and it comes with snacks upon arrival, and then you have dinner with drinks already. for two, and the following day there's also breakfast for two. And then we also have, which we are going to experience later, the ultimate romantic package. My husband and I, we will have a dinner by the beach later, which is part of the ultimate romantic package. That's including your cozy accommodation for two in a couple's cottage, and then upon arrival they serve you snacks, and then by around 5:30 in the evening, about sunset time, yeah, they set up a romantic private dinner by the beach for two. So you have dinner served to you, you have your drinks, and you have your own personal butler who will serve you during dinner time. And then the next day you will have breakfast for two. So that's only 1,990 pesos. And then we also have a package for three. So if you're three friends, and then yeah, they will provide you with a room for three, and then you get to have also snacks upon arrival and dinner for three, and then following day you have your breakfast for three. And then they also have a package for four, a family package or a friends package for four. So yeah, just like the others, you have your overnight accommodation in a very nice family room, you have snacks upon arrival, and then you have dinner for four, and the next day you have breakfast for four for 2,999 pesos. And also, because of the pandemic, now you can yeah, reserve the whole inn exclusively. So if you're 8 people, you can already reserve it exclusively for only 3,990 pesos. And if you're more than 8, say if you're 10, you only have to add 300 pesos for the extra person. So yeah, and you get the whole place exclusively just for you. And also you can book the whole place also for 20 people, which is 8,500 pesos, and with that price for up to 20 persons. So you get everything, like all the 11 rooms. The capacity is actually 42 people, and then you can use the kitchen, and you have your own personal guard, 24/7 CCTV camera, and yeah, the use of facilities and everything. And that's only for 8,500 pesos. So I think that's a very good deal. So yeah, in the description I have a link to all the promos that they have, and also of course Natura Vista's Facebook page. If you wanna yeah, reserve, just go to their Facebook page and message them, and they actually answer right away. So as part of the ultimate romantic package, now we have a set up dinner by the beach. As you can see, we are about to experience the beautiful sunset. This beach is also right next to the luxurious Nights Resort, and yeah, well, that resort is one of the most famous sunset views in Bohol, and we have the same sunset right here. It's so beautiful, and we are going to have dinner. And since, you know, we are on a weight loss journey, and of course we have to follow our diet. We are in a keto diet now, and so we ordered mung beans in coconut soup, and shrimps in butter and garlic. So that's both of those courses are keto approved, keto friendly. So yeah, I'm quite excited, and the setup is very romantic, and the view is so beautiful. And well, today, as mentioned, Natura Vista is going to give you a chance to win 2 nights free accommodation. Joining this contest is very simple. All you have to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel, like this video, make a comment, go to Facebook, like our page, like Natura Vista's page, go to Instagram, follow our page, and follow Natura Vista's page. And all the links to the channel and all our social media channels you can find on the description. Isn't that exciting? We are going to announce the winner in one of our next videos. And so that's it. I hope you enjoyed your virtual tour of Natura Vista in Bohol, your ultimate provincial experience. And remember, it's all a show. This is your life, and you can design it in any way you like.